What up? So, album number 3. Yeah, this one's different. So it's been 7 years since Imitating Art came out, which was the first album, and it's been quite a ride, and it's been quite a journey, and it's been incredible. It's been a lot of fun, it's been a lot of ups and downs, but I think that Oceans really kind of captures everything that I've been through leading up to this point, musically, emotionally, just mentally, life-wise, all captured into one album. It's hard to pick a favorite, but I think the song that kind of encapsulates everything is the title track, Oceans. I think it just kind of sums up where I'm at in my life and where I was at mentally writing that. Oceans, I had this recurring dream about falling into the ocean, and instead of it being a scary thing to look at and a scary thing to think of, it's kind of just that leaving that sense of comfort behind, and maybe something that seems terrifying at first is actually kind of comforting in a sense, and then maybe actually hitting the water isn't that scary at all, and it's actually freedom, it's actually something beautiful. If you listen to the song Oceans, it's kind of very dynamic. It starts out soft, and it's a kind of an eternal battle and just a big FU to everybody standing in your way and doesn't believe in what you do, and just kind of taking your ideas and running with it and see what happens.
I still dream about oceans with my feet in the sand. I don't know where I'm going, I'm begging you to understand. I still dream about oceans floating far from land. I don't know where I'm going, I'm begging you, I'm begging you to understand.
It's always, since the word go, and this is a couple of years ago, since the word go, it's been a phenomenal relationship. I mean, I love him to bits. He's a great guy, he's got a big heart, and he's always willing to just go the extra mile. He works hard, and you can hear that, like it bleeds through album to next album, going to the next album. It actually makes me excited to think about recording a new album, even though this one is just finished, because it's just been going from strength to strength. And Oceans are really, it's hitting the spot. It's a very cool album.
Sure. I think having the freedom of self-producing, you're not limited to time, you're not limited to any kind of creative restraints or anything, can be very liberating, but it can also be very challenging, as there's no one telling you finish this by then or so. So it tends to kind of drag out if you don't put a certain cap on it. I think this album in total took me about 18 months to write and produce everything. But I couldn't be happier. It's hard to put a time frame on anything. So I think even having that challenge, it's still, all that matters is the end result. And it doesn't matter if it took you a week or it took you a year to create. As long as it speaks to people and it speaks to you and represents who you are and what you wanted to showcase in the process. But I think one of the other challenging things is just kind of finding your own sound, finding your unique voice, whether it's playing the guitar or vocally or just in a songwriting sense in general, what is it that you want to showcase? What is it that you want to portray as an artist, and what are you trying to capture, and what are you trying to say? And I think that's such a hard thing to actually develop and find. I think it just takes years, and I think I'm still finding my voice, even though it's been 7 years and 3 albums later. I'm still growing, and I'm still learning, and I'm still evolving as a writer and as a performer, and it's just exciting just to kind of hang in there and just ride out the wave, you know. I think growing as an artist and developing your skill and stuff, it takes quite some time to learn how to actually express yourself and voice what you want to say and the music you want to make. As to many years ago, you've got this relentless enthusiasm and self-confidence, but not necessarily the skill set. And it's kind of just finding this balance and this marriage between them that takes time, and it takes, you know, a lot of introspection to kind of just find something that you are comfortable with and something that you are confident to put out there, and hoping that that's enough, and it is.
The album's got a lot of hooks. It's got great songs that you can actually sing with. I think it'll execute greatly live. It's going to be a bit of a challenge for the musos, but yeah, other than that, it's I think the general public would accept it with an open heart and an open mind. So yeah,
I think this is a very unique offering, much more matured album, writing-wise, musically, and I think I really pushed myself in order to create this, as well as the musos that featured on this thing as well.
It's very seldom that you come across someone that's got such a big heart and such a big love for music, and that just works like endless and tirelessly.
There's nothing that I felt that I settled with. It was, if I wanted to do a certain part for a certain song, that was the goal. And if it took me 3, 4, 5 weeks to be able to do that, then that's the time that I put in to actually achieve that. Never kind of settled just because it was out of my reach at that time. Everything can be achieved if you're willing to put in the time and the effort to make it happen. I hope that everyone can find something in the album that inspires them, or just brings them some form of joy or emotion, or helps them through a tough time, and just a tune to rock out on, you know, just something makes you feel something that you weren't feeling before. Or if you're going through a tough time, maybe something that can pick you up. If that can reach people, then I'm happy.